Good morning. How are we today? Already just realized that a command I ran did not work. That is fine. We are fixing it. Here we go. And done. Fixed it. How's it going? Um, so I got a new keyboard. I mentioned it on the Friday workout stream. Showed it off I think on the Thursday stream as well. But I've realized some unfortunate issues with it in that the D key is not working properly. Um, for some reason, I have to push in a very specific way for it to even trigger. So I have a little bit of a spray, and I'm going to give that a shot. Otherwise, I saw some suggestions of um, some other potential fixes. That I could try if this doesn't work. And all of this is new to me with mechanical keyboards. I've never had one before. This is my first little foray into it. And yes, I admit I went the corporate Logitech route rather than a Keychron or something like that because this is what I can afford right now. So the hope is that what I just did fixed it. If not, we might have to take this apart because I do not want to spend all the money that it will take to buy a brand new one. So, moment of truth. Go back into the game. I'll bring you with me. WASD. Oh, that seemed to have fixed it. I think we're off to the races. Oh, heck yeah. Anyway, welcome in, my friends. We are going to be working in the hotel a little bit today. There are a handful of things that we need to work on. The biggest things are like we need to get like the level design done, so then we can start adding in all the nodes for treasure, for relics, for obstacles, and all that sort of stuff. There is a like always on obstacle that I put in that I'm really happy about. I think this system is turned on. Let's double check before I trek upstairs. Yep, that's on. So this is an area that when the side quest triggers, that's the only time that you will be able to get down here. You'll be able to get out regardless, but there is a iron trapdoor that's here that will only open in a side quest. When you head down, you'll start hearing it. I'm gonna throw on gamma just so that way you can see. But if you make motion, the iron doors close. You make noise. But if I sneak and not splash, I should be able to sneak past the doors. Yeah. Then there will be this expansive area here that we might work on today. I'm not sure. But another thing that I love if I go into, oops. I forgot to switch my FN keys. If we go into F10, these, but and there's a door there, so technically that's not spawnable. But all of this can be pitch black with no worries of spawning. Which I love. And if this door is closed, like say you fail the side quest before you get out of here, there's a button here that allows you to get out. But I'm really, really happy with how that has kind of developed. We also put in the trees. I'm really happy with how they look. Again, we're going to go into here just because it's way too moody. We put in all the trees. I wish they were dark oak, but there's a certain level of, like, this still looks creepy. And imagine, because this is going to be the case, there's going to be 2, maybe more creaking that are just wandering around out here. Yeah. I'm happy. I'm excited. So, and they can't get into the house, so they'll only be out here. But yeah, they'll be creaking as you run around in this area. Another area that we kind of have to tweak is this. The D key is not fixed. Yeah, because if I press it, so weird. Anyway, I'll get to the bottom of it. But this parkour area, it's unnatural. I want it to look like these are like muddy or something iron bars, because this has to be a bridge that's out. This was just so that way I could get kind of an idea of what I was looking for. I think the mud that's on the sidewalls will probably stay, these ones. And they'll retract for an obstacle or something. But I need to make this more like it's a bridge that's out. Then you get over here, and I have more trees to keep with the immersion of the area. But then you turn around, and then you're at S-Mart. S-Mart, we need to decorate out here. I want to add some cars and stuff like that. I might put some mobs here. I'm not sure what though. This might just be a relic pickup and some treasure locations. Like this might be rather simple. But we'll see. And then in here is where we're gonna have some real fun, because we're gonna put quite a few wandering zombies in this area. I'm gonna pretty up the aisles so that way they look like aisles. But you'll notice that like there's certain paths to get around, so this is kind of like a maze. And I only made it a block and a half because as you're wandering, I want you to be able to see the zombies and where they are, so that way you can plan your path. But for those smart people, you can get on top of the aisles and completely avoid the zombies. But if you fall off, you're stuck with them. You got to run around. So this area has been done for a while. But the one thing that has changed is I now have finished this area. Like the look of it, I guess. I still got to put the 3 books here. A la Army of Darkness, and the armor stand that's getting sucked into the portal and reaching out at you. So I got to do that kind of design. But this is purely a visual area. This is not an area that anybody's gonna go. It's specifically set up so you can't go in there. But I want people to be curious because they're gonna hear the portal and they're gonna see the crack and think, oh, maybe I can get in there. I still have to put all the mobs in this area for it to be done, but it's getting there. I left these because I had an idea. So there's 2 here, and I believe 2 over here. Yeah. I have an idea of what those could be for, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do it or not. So right now they're open. I may close them up by the time things start, just because you can see redstone and stuff if you look out. I don't know. This area, I added trees, just so that way there's a little bit more fullness there. And if you go around here, you'll see one of the other parts of the side quest. I have to light this up properly because a torch is not going to do it. That doesn't look great. But there's going to be a part of the side quest where you have to come in here and cast something into the waters, and then you get something back. So that way you can run and finish the side quest. And the finished side quest will happen in this room. So you head down, you'll gather some things, you'll go to the backyard, you'll do something, you'll come back here and finish the side quest. I'm excited that we're able to do something like that because I like a multi-part side quest. The one on floor 1 is such a good introduction to what side quests are. But I want this to be that added level of, okay, if you want the perks of what a side quest is doing, by the time you get to floor 2, you probably have already gotten one side quest down. For things to speed up more for you, it's got to be a more challenging thing. So, yeah. So, the entrance to get to the elevator, I think, is through here. Yeah. Because I wanted it when you got off of the elevator for things to look, I'm going to throw this back on, but things to look kind of like, oh, where do I go? Can I go this way? No. Can I go this way? No. And just kind of that stuff. And then eventually you can find your way through stuff. I do like the idea of there being like a secondary path that you can sneak through, but maybe is blocked when there isn't like maybe a mud path of some kind that gets blocked. Or sorry, not a mud path. The path isn't mud. The thing that will block will be. Yeah. So there is a path to get over there without something like that. And then mud will pop up to close this, so that way you have to go to Freakings. I think that would be pretty cool. Personally, I think that would be very cool. I just like the idea of wandering in the trees, hoping to find some path to get where you need to. Yeah, there we go. I feel good about that. Also, you'll notice we change biomes from old growth birch to taiga, and the tree color changes. I don't know if you can tell, the leaves change. They get a little bit paler. Complete accident that it happens to get paler as you get closer to the cabin. I just think it's awesome that that's what happened. Like, real talk. So cool to me. I didn't realize how hungry I was. Yeah, another thing that I keep looking for as I'm running around is ways that people could sneak around obstacles that I've created. Because I don't want this to be the shortcut level. I want this to be well, I honestly have to explore. I have to figure this out sort of thing. So, okay. But I think what we'll do for today, obviously this will be closed up when things are done. But I think what we'll work on today is we'll finish up the side quest basement over here. We need some more mossy cobblestone, so I think we'll see if we can find a true taiga biome to get some rather than trying to create some. While we're talking, I am going to head downstairs because I have a very crude vine farm down here. Yeah. Just to see. Just get this stuff. And, yeah, my D key is still funky. Yeah, I'm hopeful that we can, get the mossy cobble from a biome. It'll be a lot easier for us to get if we get it that way, instead of waiting for these vines to grow. But there's no guarantee we're going to find that biome, so... Because technically I took one over to make this hotel. So... I don't expect... I don't expect us to be able to find one so close by. We may have to fly quite a bit. And that's not really what I want to do today. Boop. So, all that stuff in there. Put the dirt away. Don't need that right now. Yeah, I think we'll go for a fly and see what we can't find. And then we'll be back. Let's get rockets. And okay, so let's look at the map. Yeah, this is where the OG taiga was, where I got most of the mossy cobble. I see sand. I see these are some cold biomes. We might be able to do that. Because what's it called? Old growth pine taiga. So I think we might fly down this way and see if we can't find the biome that we're looking for. To create a temporary waypoint so we can find where we need to go. And let's see what we can grab for ourselves. 1,500 blocks. Here we go. The skulk farm that we made is running incredibly well. It's probably one of the best farms that I've made on this server. I am thoroughly pleased with not only the speed at which it works, but the little refinements I've made for block collection. Because for a long time, my block collection wasn't missing things, but it wasn't as efficient as it could be. And I kept getting skeletons attacking me. I kept getting so many blocks that would just pop out of the farm, so I couldn't if somebody has gotten to this yet. Where I had to run it. No, somebody has not gotten to this yet. Yeah, I just kept running into situations. Dang it. Situations where the farm just was not working in my favor. That is a lot of iron nuggets. We'll take the fire charge. How do we do this? I think we take the netherrack and we surround the gold so we can destroy it. Or pick it up, I mean. And hope that there's no... Great. There was no lava underneath. Excellent. There's more gold. I want the sweet, sweet gold. Let's see it from here. So we'll do that. Okay. Throw away that and that. Okay. So we're in the right vicinity to be able to find one of these biomes. We got all this coal. There we go. Heck yeah. This is what we were looking for. Okay. We're just going to start here and work our way around and pick up as much of the mossy cobble as we can. I wonder how much we're actually going to be able to pick up. Yeah, the concept of finding mossy cobble in this biome is so kind because there are very few structures that spawn naturally and often that actually use this block. The jungle temple and dungeons, and those do not spawn, or I guess they do spawn relatively regularly, but finding them is difficult. I would say probably finding the jungle temple is a bit easier, just because if you find a jungle, but dungeons can be anywhere underground. I want to see it coming if they're going to attack me. So yeah, if you find a jungle, finding a temple is easier. Again, easier, not easy. A relative term. Here we go. We are doing well. So yeah, for those who may not know, the reason we need this mossy cobble is we are making a basement side quest. And the basement in the movie is flooded. So I want to make mossy, moldy stone be a majority of the... I would say like 50-50 of the floor and walls of this basement. doing very well. Let's hope I don't die. Also, for anybody who was a bundle naysayer, how dare you? I have loved bundles ever since we added or updated to that version. It has been so much easier to carry around some of the essential. Like I basically made myself a work pouch, as you may have seen the name, and it carries all my essential workstations. So my crafting table, ender chest, stone cutter. I don't think I have a brewing stand. I could be crazy. But like all of the regular workstations that you have on, or you try to have on your person, and it frees up room in the shulker boxes that normally would have had it, so I can put other things. Like the bundle, being able to take stuff out of it while it's still in your inventory is so useful. And honestly, I think is the selling point. You can't do that with a shulker, and it shows. Like, shulkers are great, but just for organization, if we're being honest. Shulkers in a active, ready to go thing, like, I have to set down my ender chest, open up the shulker that's got my items, place that shulker, then open the shulker, grab my stuff, destroy the shulker, or break the shulker so that way I can put it back in my ender chest. Yeah, it's just not, it's not the vibe. Any more before I go to the surface? So yeah, I am a bundle man, and I do not see myself going back. It's just so useful. Yeah, my D key is still messed up. We'll figure it out. I'm not doing any crazy PvP things, so the D key doesn't have to work like perfectly today, but I will want to fix it before I, like, you know, fully commit to this keyboard, because I still have an opportunity to return it. I am curious if it's the reason, because I got it refurbished. I am curious if that's the reason why somebody didn't keep it the first time, is because the D key didn't work. And I'm just the one who is now suffering through it. Also, friends, who remembers my time as a member of the Cry SMP? Because being in this biome is giving me hella flashbacks, because it's where we created our starter base, was in one of these biomes. Also, super happy that Mossy Cobblestone breaks easier than normal cobblestone. It makes this collection process so much easier. Also, I don't know when we're gonna stop collecting because this is so much easier than the vine method. And I believe it's faster because you have to wait how long for vines to grow? And it only made 56. I love how this keyboard sounds because I can hear it outside of my headphones. Oh, it's just so satisfying to hear the click. I appreciated my OG keyboard, and I'm very grateful that I had it. Have it. I'm not like throwing it out or anything, but once it started to have those issues, I realized that its days were numbered, and I had to start looking for something new. And as long as I can figure out the D, which, by the way, the irony is not lost on me that the key that I probably type the most when it comes to my streaming world is the key that's broken. Like, I am Dusty D after all. The D stands for doesn't work. Okay. Boulder. So school starts tomorrow. I'm nervous. Not bashful, but I am nervous. Because it's the start of my 6th year at this university. And I feel like I'm in a stride with how things work. Like the way I've set things up, the way I feel about my job and my employees. Like, everything that I'm doing started to make sense last year. Like, I don't feel like I was struggling last year. Like, I had some struggling moments where I'm just like, that's not working. But I don't think there's anything overtly, like, I don't think I ever went into work last year and went, oh, I don't like my job. Which I guess is an unfair statement when it really comes down to it, because I've never really hated this job, ever. It's my dream job. This is what I want to be doing and what I want to, like, retire doing. Like, this is it. This is where I want to be. But it's still a job. So there are hard days, there are easy days. Also, I am very happy that I've been able to do these Sunday morning streams. There's such a chill way for me to start my day, and then I can carry on what I need to do for the rest of the day. Like, right now, I got laundry going while I'm streaming. So that way, when I'm all done, I'll be switching over the load and carrying on with my day. But, like, my time is occupied, and, like, I'm not just sitting and waiting for stuff to be done. Like, I'm doing something, which feels good. So I appreciate it. I'm super curious what the yield is of what I'm doing right now. Like how good. There's plenty over here. So I think I'm gonna do this. Old growth. Taiga. That's not how you spell taiga. And we'll disable so it's not on here because we have plenty to do what we need to today. Let's fly over the... Actually, we'll do this. If I can do it. Oh, heck yeah. That's where we just were. Lava. I think this has already been touched, but let's fly down and check. Well, if it has, somebody didn't grab the gold or no, someone did. Never mind. I stand corrected. There's definitely granite right there. Let's get a good rocket up, and then I'm gonna sip some coffee while we fly. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I went and bought myself 75 of my Beyond Beard stickers, like my logo stickers. The hope is that we can start selling them again, first of all. But also, now that I have them, I can start handing them out to people. I do this, and we're gonna have a nap, kill all these dudes, and yeah, this was my original way that I got the yeah, those guys for my for the hotel. Yeah, I got the stupid D key. I got some what you call it? I got some nope. Forgot what I was gonna say. Which is super, super useful in this situation to completely forget what one was gonna say. Can he do it? Can he do it? Oh, yeah. Okay, what do I have in my inventory? So, let's make iron ingots. Not enough. Drop all that in there. Get rid of that. That. Spruce leaves. Horse dirt, which is here. Dirt is there. Copper ore goes there. That goes there. Obsidian goes there. And boop. Look at us go. I'm 4 shy. Why does that upset me so much? It shouldn't, but it does. We got a lot of normal cobblestone, which I'm happy about. Yeah. I think what we're gonna do for this whole thing, just to give a context, is I think we're going to expand this out to about maybe here, about halfway through this chunk. And we're going to add in various walls and other things, so that way you kind of have to spread around. And what's going to happen in this area, and anybody who's planning on running floor 2 and doesn't want any spoilers, this is the point where you would stop watching the VOD or mute my stream for a second. If you're watching live, I will go like this when you're good to unmute again. So it's going to be a intricate little basement area, and throughout it there will be a total of, I think, 6 areas, 3 of which will drop pages of the Necronomicon, the Book of the Dead. So there's 6 possible locations, and you have to go search all 6 to find all the 3 pages. Only 3 will drop from the 6 droppers. If you do find them all, you have to go upstairs and you toss the 3 pages into the well in the backyard, and it will pop out a Necronomicon. And then you take the Necronomicon back to the bookshelf and put it away when you do the side quest is over. So this side quest is going to be, I wouldn't say intense, but definitely a bit more involved. I think I'm going to put at least a drown in this basement, but I might not put any mobs, because I think just working in the pitch black is going to be enough, that I don't think I need to do anything else. But we shall see. So yeah, we're gonna make a bunch of mossy cobblestone slabs and normal cobblestone slabs, and we're gonna finish out the floor as it sits. So let's make 128 of these bad boys, and we'll make 128 of these bad boys. Oh. Awesome. Let's put this back. Let's put this on the hotbar, and then we'll go for it. I think we'll build it. Oh. Letter D didn't work. I almost dropped my whole ass keyboard. Yes, I have an ass keyboard, for those who were curious. The ass is strong with this one. Okay. Let's go. I think we're gonna do... We'll figure that out in a bit. It's not important. I gotta figure out what's going on with this because this is going to be annoying. So let's lay this out. So this will be the wall. And I'm gonna do mossy cobble for the bottom of the wall all the way as just a reference. I don't need the corners, that's why I'm getting rid of them. So, okay, so boop, boop, boop. So another thing about all of this that is important to note, these are all bottom slabs, which means no spawning, which is great. But it does mean that for me to properly keep things dark and not completely screw myself over, I have to put dirt under this. So that way, well, any block, but I have to put a block underneath so that way all the lighting from underneath doesn't shine up through it. Because, surprise, that's exactly what it does. I'll just grab 3 stacks, we'll go from there. Okay. Look at us go, filling in blank spots, feeling good. Oh, another thing, and I keep forgetting to add this to my list of to-dos, so we will have to add this eventually. We need to put in what you call it? We need to put in nope, I am forgetting what I want to say. Add that for now. I want there to be I don't know how I can make it an obstacle quite yet, but I'd love to have an area of the S-Mart where there can be a spill event where honey blocks get pushed up and there's an area that you can't jump. And I don't know how to pull that off yet, but I'd like to find out because I think that would be really, really entertaining. Okay, so I'm going to make hallways 2 blocks wide. So this will be a hallway. Because I want there to be like the idea of having to search through this place to find what you need. Like when you first get in, okay, I'll turn on this. When you first get in, oh, I guess. Guess it could be here. Oh wait, no. I want there to be a wall here. Yeah, a wall there, but get rid of these 2. So this is a wraparound, it goes this way. And then I think we'll have a wall here. And then we'll probably want to do a wall here. Okay, I like this. This looks good. I am confused how I made this the width that I did and that this is an even, but we will deal with that later. Unless we do... I'm wondering if that's what we do. I think that could be fun. So if there's a wraparound area, yeah, that could be cool. Yeah, so if you get all the way back here looking for pages, you have to go all the way through. Because I think I'll probably put like a page drop here, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. I think that's the ticket. Okay, so I need a bunch of wall blocks. I think I'll make 2 stacks of mossy cobble walls and 2 stacks of regular cobble walls. And we'll kind of fill in the gaps. I also like the attitude of all of these walls in here are actual walls. Just the outside walls that kind of have sporadic of wall and block. Okay, so wall, 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 wall. And we'll put these on the hotbar. I like the idea of all of these being walls. Oh. Yeah, I really like how this looks. Can you guess the pattern I'm using for how to determine which wall goes where? Just making it match up with the block type that's underneath it. I like this a lot. This is going to be super, super cool. IMO. I need to get more. Oh well. So we'll do boop, 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 boop. Oh, this is gonna look so freaking cool. I'm so excited. Because that's the other thing that's gonna get me about all this. Anytime you hit here, it will count as a splash back into the water and trigger the skulk sensor. I need to stop worrying about the outside walls. Look at us go. We are making a thing. A big, big fan of it. That's all the walls. Yeah, because I think, yeah, it says those are spawnable, but they aren't because there's a wall there. Okay, now I can do outside walls, which means I need a stack, 2 stacks of cobble. And let's put away the slabs because we don't need them right now. And we'll come back for them. We need them. We do need the walls. I do need to make more walls, though. Start there. Let's start over on this side because we had already kind of started. So we'll get rid of the shovel for now and the scaffold for now. We'll throw this on our hotbar, that on our hotbar. Boop, 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 and boop, 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 boop. Oh, not what I wanted. We'll do a block and then a wall. Block. Block. Okay, feeling pretty good about that. Okay. So this one we'll do another here, 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 here. Block, 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 block. Just like that. All the walls are done. This is going so quickly when I have all the blocks that I need and I don't have to keep stopping to go create them. I know, weird, right? Okay. So we need to put a cap on this thing. So we'll go here, 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 here. And then, oh, I put this too high. I can't have a wall this high, unfortunately. I am building this right up against the floor underneath. Kind of makes sense, given I decided to build this in such a way where it only had 10 blocks per floor in between. Not sure why I decided that was the right call, but it's where we're at. Luckily, I have some room over here. Should be good for a little bit. Jot this over and then swap back to this. I really want to connect these. Okay, now that I'm crawling, first of all, let's throw a torch up here. Because I don't think spiders can spawn up here, but I really don't want to be the person that screws this up. And that they can. I did it! Throw another torch over here. Then we should be able to get down here. And we'll do bop bop. So we can get inside. I gotta add all the water next. Oh, I gotta add the water and I gotta add the dirt underneath. So let's do dirt. Oh, I already did the dirt. Let's grab buckets out of the tool. We're just gonna do a bucket. If I've learned anything, having 2 buckets with the item scroller mod that I have, it does not work. It keeps wanting to swap with the wrong bucket instead of it being based on actual need. So I believe I should be able to do this. Awesome. And then I should be able to do that. That. Yeah, this should start to go very easily. Yeah, these longer hallways will just always connect, which is fantastic. PD Gamma. This is such a fun little side quest route. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. I still got dirt on my hotbar. Fantastic. So let's... anywhere that there is a wall block, we just need to put a block outside so that way the light doesn't sneak and make it all lit up in there like we don't want it to be. Luckily, there's not too many. That should be good. And now, if I box this in... Oh! Yeah. Nearly pitch black. And it'll say things are spawnable under walls, but they're not. Yeah, I think it's better to, what you call it? I think it's better to have, you're just having the search. I think it's better to do it that way than it is to do, to have mobs down there. I don't think that's fair. So we're not going to do it. Directional audio is intense right now. Okay. Wow, so that's a big step. Figuring out the what you call it? The hotel S-Mart aisleways. I think what I might do is a bunch of chiseled bookshelves. I think that'll look nice as shelves of the thing, and we got to make it so you can't jump on top. So what we'll probably do, let's make some chiseled bookshelves. I think is it all slabs? No, it's not. Chiseled. Oh, it's, wow, I didn't realize it was, okay. So if we make 21 of these, what color is the chiseled bookshelf? Is that birch or oak? Let's grab these. Not a fan, actually. I don't like how that looks. I want it to be, I want stuff to be visible from both sides. So many of these now, 27 of them. And the bookshelf isn't gonna do what I want either, I don't think. It is visible from every side though. And that's the right color. So I guess it's gonna look like a bookstore. Ooh. Maybe that's okay. I also need to figure out where my relic pickup points are going to be and what the relics are going to be. Like, I have an idea of what all 9 of them are going to be, but I need to really sit down and think so that way I can make those item textures. My first initial thought, just to shooting out ideas, the boomstick, the chainsaw, obviously, probably the boomstick, the chainsaw. I like Ash's hand. That's fun. The car, maybe? I like that. I can't do the Necronomicon because it's part of the side quest. So we're about halfway there. I mean, S-Mart could very easily have just random items that have to deal with the lore. I don't know. We'll think about it. Oh, good. I'm glad I set my spawn here because I would have respawned at spawn. if I wouldn't have done that, so. Okay, this makes me happy. It's a nice size, too. I was worried that, it was going to be too small. And when you're in here, you can't hear that note block. That was another thing I was worried about. So yeah, this is technically like, if we're like all in all, this is technically floor 1.5. I know that's silly because that's not really true. But if you take into consideration the take into consideration the the location that it's sitting, we're definitely, in my opinion, we're in between the floors, so I need to add some ambiance. So we're gonna do one here. Actually, I don't even need to do this. I can just do there, destroy that, add that. So now, PD cam, this is what this area's ambiance is. I think it looks pretty cool. Yeah, we got to figure out lighting in here still. I mean, the easy option is to just do glow lichen. Maybe that's just what we do. Think we got enough of it? I can always bone meal it and get some more. Yeah, we'll leave 1. We'll take the 10. We'll see what we can light up. Because I like keeping the vibe dark. There we go. That's pretty sick. Yeah. Look at that. No spawnable areas. It's beautiful. Oh, I like how this looks a lot. And the glow lichen meshes in so well. You can barely tell it's there. Now, not a big fan of this entrance. I think I might just replace it with black concrete, because I just don't like how it looks. And I need to expand this out a little bit, because I think we're gonna have a relic pickup location right here too. I think that'll be for the car. Also, I was super curious if you could get on top of the tree, because here to here, 1.5. So if I do, because that's 3 blocks up, so that's another 1.5 block jump, so I can't do that. Okay, where are we sitting? How are we feeling? Yeah, like a quick route through this is still a zigzag. Yeah, I think what I want to do for this parking lot is I think I actually want to extend the lot lines, because right now this takes up 1, 2, 3, 4 each, and this obviously it shares a line. So if it comes out to here, I don't know, because I want to have cars in the parking lot, I think. Also super tempted to put something down here as a drop off, which would be super, super evil because you can barely see anything down there. But it's not spawnable. I already checked it. Like, it's super dark, but nothing impossible. So. Yeah, I'm super bummed about my D key. I'm wondering if the switch is just bad. Which, I'm not sure how to do something about that because the switches are soldered. So I'd have to unsolder and resolder, which is not something I would look forward to. I would not want to break it, but I'm looking for other ways, because right now, like, if I get rid of these two glow lichen, it turns 0 under here. And I don't want that. I don't want that at all. I am excited though for like let's just go into F1 real quick. I'm gonna take off. So when I splash down in the water, that is gonna go off regardless. Anytime I enter water, the doors are gonna close. Oh, I'm so tempted to put soul sand under here. It'd be so easy for me to do so as well. Because the I need to block light. Oh, this is so dark for you all. This is turning into one of my favorite areas that we've made now. This is so cool. I'm also wondering if there's something to be said about putting in little holes in the wall. You can see into the next area, but you can't go there yet. Kind of like that. You can kind of check and be like, oh, there's the paper, that kind of thing. Yeah, keeping it dark, but opening up these little walls, I think, is cool. Because right now, you shouldn't be able to see through multiple. Let's do this one instead. think I want to close this back up. Maybe open up this. Yeah, so you can't see in that corner from here, and you can almost see here. Like in pitch black, you could probably see the item floating there. Why is this lit up now? Oh, is it because of the... It's probably that. If I block that up, trying to see in those two locations, that looks... I like that attitude. Opening up the corner is not the flex I was expecting, but holy crap. If I get that open... Can't get through, but it is there. Oh, I like that a lot. The aesthetic change of just destroying the occasional block is really cool to me. Oh, it still feels closed off, but now it's at least, like, I would say manageable. Put that back. Let's take out that one. Cool. I like this. I like this a lot. Put it away yet. Okay. Put spruce back. Logs back. Plant back. Oak back. Put the lichen back. Put the dirt back. And... Ooh, this D key is gonna bother me. So... Yeah, I think that... area is the last major area that needs to get built. So, like... I just have a bunch of polishing up of all the places, but like if I took out the scaffold where it exists, the whole floor is now like sealed. Like there's no openings leading to nowhere and stuff like that. Also, something that I thought was really clever is that where you drop off the pages that are going to get dropped, over here, where you drop them off is higher than that over there, and all the droppers for the paper that drop in the basement are going to be above it. So, cheaty cam, all the droppers are going to be up here. I believe I'll be able to do the randomization stuff, because basically what I want to happen is that a random amount, or a random 3 random droppers out of like 6 disperse the papers. So there'll be a system that basically picks 3 of the 6 and then sends a signal to the dropper to drop the paper. If I can get the hoppers properly set up, I can have each dropper completely filled with paper. And a hopper line can come by and drop off the paper into the individual hopper or droppers. So they never empty. But if it's just going to be paper, does it really matter? I'm probably going to rename the paper, but we'll see. Yeah, now I got to do some research on how to do that kind of dropper system where there's 6 droppers and only 3 of them are picked at a time. I got to figure out how to do that. Please hold. I got to check a message. Okay. Yeah, there's also going to be a couple spots that I still need to make obstacles. Again, one of them will be blocking off a section of the S-Mart, blocking one of the paths to get out of the elevator area, so you have to go one specific way. Another will be, or at least I'm hoping another one will be that in the hallway of the cabin, let's cheaty cam so I don't have to run up there, that right here will get blocked somehow. So that way you have to go through one of the rooms. I like the idea of it getting blocked here. So that way if you come in through the back, you have to go through one of these things. Or you have to go through this. I don't know. I also have this open. I was debating for a while about adding something here. I think I'm just going to block this up. Maybe I'll add something later, but I had all this room and I was like, oh, you could have a secret hallway and blah, blah, blah. It's probably just going to be a closet and I'm going to block it off, but I thought it was cool for like 5 minutes if I added something there, but I think I'm just running out of time. Like I need to get this thing done. So yeah, I think there will be a block here of some kind. My thought is to just put fence posts like right in between these 2 doors that pop up, so that way you have to go through this little hallway into the bathroom and then over, or you have to go through this bedroom through these doors and stuff like that. So I think we'll have a relic pickup location here, maybe treasure, I'm not sure. I was thinking like, oh, I could convert this into the shed. There is a shed in the movie. I might convert this whole thing. I feel silly now because I totally forgot about the shed until this exact moment. Full saturation. I feel like a god. Okay. So yeah, the hope is to keep working on this and get this thing open in September. I did drop a thing. I dropped a teaser we could listen to watch real quick.
This is Professor Raymond Noby, Department of Ancient History, log entry number 2. I believe I have made a significant find in the Castle of Kantar. It was in the rear chamber of the castle that we stumbled upon something remarkable. Naturam de Monta, the Book of the Dead. My wife and I brought the book to this cabin, where I could study it undisturbed. It was here that I began the translations.
Heck yeah. Very, very happy and pleased with that. I think it turned out really well. So yeah. I really want to open up floor 2 in September, which means phase 3 would drop in September. And then phase 4 would be dropping in October. And my thought is, you see this big empty space right here? I want to create a specific Halloween thing over in this corner of floor 2, and that'll be phase 4. Phase 5 will hopefully be when floor 3 opens. Phase 6 will be an interim phase of some adjustment or addition or like something or other. So it's the odd number phases where the floors open. So phase 5 is when floor 3. Phase 6 will be some change. Phase 7 will be floor 4. Phase 8 will be some big change, and then that'll probably be the end of the hotel for this chapter. The chapter, like the actual what you call it, the Chapter 2, Chanland Chapter 2. We had some conversations recently with friends about how long we want this chapter to last. And the general consensus seems to be for it to last as long as we're still enjoying ourselves. I don't know what that looks like in regards to like an actual date, but I am looking at all of this as if it's a like I joked with them that it'll be a forever-ish world where we'll hold on to it for as long as there's like not a massive like game generation change or something like that. Oh, I forgot to add a hole in this corner. This corner has it. Why didn't I do that corner? Oh, I wonder. I think I decided to just do the 2 far corners based on where I needed to go. Let's do this and see how far this one goes up. And we'll continue extending the scaffold. It goes all the way to the top. Great. There we go. Yeah, because I don't think this corner has it and that one doesn't. Okay, it's just the 2 far corners. This one I believe has scaffold to get to, yeah, to get to here. So all 4 floors allow you to get here, but only the 2 far corners allow you to get elsewhere. I can destroy this now, right? No, keep it there. Oh no, that just sent a signal all the way up and changed the floor that we're on. So now this probably thinks we're on floor 2, which is not correct. Yep. So now it should be on floor... Floor 1. Great. So it can only ever go to... So if one thing is added to it... So the way this whole thing works is like this can only... So this is at 5 and this is at 4. So right now this is in subtraction. So with... That's a 1 and that's a 1. Because, oh, no. I did my stuff wrong. So this is at a 4. This is at a 5. So it's giving 1. If I fill this all the way up with all 4 of these items... Oh, I need to get rid of an item. So this should be giving, 6. This should be giving 5. That's 1. So only 3 items should ever go in here, indicating the next floor that we're on. I need to put more items in this so that way that doesn't break. Let's use... Because I believe what happens with this, I could be mistaken, but I believe how this works with the crafter is when one item goes in, it goes in a specific order and it doesn't stack until yeah, so if I do this, yeah, but it's still only giving 4 because of the items that are in there. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put 6 in here, but it can only ever go up to 4. Because I don't think any redstone is ever triggering this to actually make it dispense anything. Because right now it's not triggered. This redstone torch, I think, is the only thing that's even close enough to... Yeah. Oh, so it's fine. Great. Ooh, I do need to do that, though, because I am worried. Cool. Yeah, any exposed hopper... Oh, I did it over here, too. Any exposed hopper... up here, I'm not too worried about it now that I think about it, but down below, I really don't want anything to accidentally fall into the hopper and screw anything up. So we got a stick, we got a stone, and we got a spruce slab. Okay, and didn't use nearly as many of those as I thought. Yeah, I think I'm gonna convert that back corner into the shed. The more I think about it, the more that would just make sense. It's not gonna be an on-stream thing. I'll probably do that off camera and just come back with it when it's done. But yeah, I'm super pleased with how this is looking. I am gonna do, before we jump off, Minecraft redstone. Select 3 of 6 droppers randomly each time. So maybe that's what I could do. Maybe I could do a that there's an initial dropper that drops 3 items out of a dropper and down a water stream where there's 6 filters. Those 3 filters, so the dropper is triggered 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and 3 random items come out. The filters then detect those 3 items and then yeah, I think that's what I can do. And I don't think it has to be a water stream. I think it can just be a what you call it? It can just be just hoppers. It doesn't have to be anything complicated. And I think what we can do is have the system for that live somewhere around here. So that way the side quest system on this floor, there, that one will wrap around over to there. And what it's going to do is it'll trigger this with the side quest on. And then side quest success will be detected from over there and send a signal over to success. So we're going to build this system that I have over here. We're going to build a version of this. We can either build it right here, or we can bring these redstone lines over and just build it over there. I think that might be better. I think if we take off these 3 and wrap around, I don't think we can go underneath with it. I could be wrong. Let's cheetah cam. Yeah, we're better to go this way. So yeah, we'll come around. Well, if the success line, yeah, as this system is lined up, success happens and triggers this. So it might be better for me to build this right here. Because if I look at this, we're 1, so this line would be going that direction. So it's 1, 2, 3 blocks above the rails. Or sorry, 1, 2, 3 blocks from the rails. So 1, 2. There's enough room for me to build it. I could build an exact replica of this system up here. And then the success line, which is this one, would come from that way and trigger things. And the failure line is automatic. But a failure is triggered by the off line, which is right here. And I could just, boop, pull this up. So I would need the success line to go over the failure line this time. Yeah, that'd be actually relatively easy to build. I just got to mimic this entire thing. And if I go over here real quick, I'm trying to remember. This thing is absolutely filled. And we'll use the same, we're going to use the same file for the side quest, so it'll have that ticking clock sound. Like if we go that sound.
Security alert.
the ticking.
Security
But then another
alert.
voiceover is going to
Security
say
checkpoints must be reset.
what it's
Security
doing.
checkpoints must be reset.
Yeah, I'm excited to build the side quest because it's multiple places of the map, which I really like. Oh, wait a second. Success isn't triggered from over there. Because you're going over there to drop off the papers. The success is triggered from right there. That right there. Because once you put a, if you put a book, because you're going to get an actual book, you put it in those droppers, and it will then cycle back and give you the book goes in the bookshelf, and then it cycles back. So, and it'll be a custom item textured book because I'm extra. But I love if you place it in the, oh, that's something I should check. If custom textured books keep their textures when they go into a bookshelf. They do. Excellent. Perfect. Okay. I was worried for a second. So yeah, that'll be nice. So yeah, success will get triggered from there. And we could just run that over. Because again, the failure line and the side quest trigger line are linked together between here and here. So if the side quest is triggered, it's counting up to the side quest timer. And when the side quest timer ends, it sends a trigger. Oh. For that. Or success. So yeah. I also thought about adding, for the success line, I thought about adding little coin noises as if, ooh, loot drops are going to get better. But I think the success, like, horn section, like, dun, is enough of a noise, and I didn't need to add anything else. So, but yeah, okay, so I got a nice list. I'm going to update it while I'm streaming so I don't forget. Side quest basement. Add droppers. Add side quest system. Or side quest node. That's what I'm looking for. Let's do this in the open so that way you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. So add side quest node, parkour area. Make it make sense. Tree borders done. Armor stand portal design in castle. Swap well for shed behind cabin. Uh, add droppers, add hopper system in shed, add hopper system under bookshelf. Okay, make it make sense. Add lamps. Ooh. Obstacles. Fences in cabin. Castle wall. S-Smart. Shelves. Bridge. Difficulty. Tree path from elevator. I think that might be the only obstacles that will exist on this floor. So I like the idea of a creaking being in the cabin. I very much enjoy having a creaking in the cabin. But it could only fit in the front room, and couldn't go anywhere else in the cabin. So I have a feeling that that is not something that would be a thing. But I think it makes sense for some mob to be in the cabin. But I can't think of what it would be. I also want to fix something. Do I have... Oh, I can just use my scaffold. I don't like the fact that the trapdoor here opens down. I want it to open like it does in the movie. But getting this to lift is now a lot more difficult because there's no blocks around it to I may have to concede, unfortunately. So I added this, by the way. I added this so that way when you're running around the house, you can do a quick check about what time of day it is before you head outside. I want to make the creaking in the woods spawn during the night. So I'm gonna have to wherever I put the creaking hearts, they need to be like, say if I put them above, like if I put them above here, I have to make sure this entire thing for 32 blocks is unspawnable. And I think I got to do the same thing under here. Because I think it's 32 blocks. Creaking spawn radius from Creaking Heart. God, I love this keyboard. Okay. A creaking spawns within 16 blocks horizontally and 8 blocks vertically of the Creaking Heart. The spawned creaking is linked to the Creaking Heart. The Creaking Heart does not deactivate it if it's surrounded by logs or broken or moved via piston when the creaking is out. So if I put a Creaking Heart, so it's 8 blocks in either direction. So I'm on 90. And if I go down, okay, so it could spawn here, so I might have to block that. Good morning, sir. How are you? I think I want them to spawn here. So if I go up 8 blocks from here, I don't think this is big enough for them to spawn. So let's put... How are you, my friend? Oh, man. I'm sorry. So if I put the Creaking Hearts just outside this wall, because it can't spawn on the chest. So if I put it, because it's 8 blocks vertical, so if I put them, oh dang it, that's not what I wanted. Basically put them just outside of this wall. I think they have to spawn in there. And I just have to make sure that this is not spawnable right here. So add, like, carpet here. Because I think if this is not spawnable... Okay, oh boy. Let's do the gray carpet. If that's not spawnable, there's no blocks. There's basically a sweet spot that this will work and spawn them inside every time. So let's do one of these. Does it have 7? It is. Okay, so shapes. Box. Adds shape. Configure. Corner 1. Can I just... Okay, we're not going to use that. So here's what I'm hoping. Right now I'm on level 80. So if the Creaking Heart is 88 or lower, they will spawn right where I'm standing. So if we're at 91, that means that no spawning below at all. So yeah, if we put them exactly at 91, I think we'll be good to go. And it is nighttime, so we'll be able to test this. So I'm at 91. So if I put them... What block am I looking at? So here. So I can put 1, 2, 3. Then I should be able to put ow. Not what I meant to do, but okay. So if I do over and there, then I can do here. Oh, nope. Nope, nope, nope. I have to do that. And that. Now I should be able to place them. I can't go any higher. Well, and then I can do part, part, part. Ow. Now we just take our carpet and we add it where they could possibly spawn. So if this is here, I'm on block 82, that means 98 is as far as it could spawn in this direction, which is that block. So we'll do boop, boop, boop. And then this is block 80, so we got to go all the way over to 64, I think. That's what we're going to do regardless. So now, because they can't spawn here, because this is, I think, too tall. So if we do this, the only place that it should spawn is inside. It didn't. Why didn't it spawn it? It should have spawned it in here. What did I do? Yeah, they're all active. Is it a me problem? It should have spawned in here. Why didn't it spawn in here? Okay. A creaking... I lied. There's a creaking somewhere. 93. You know, that makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Should have thought of that. I am gonna make a what you call it? a piston thing that makes it so that way the creaking just don't spawn every night. They only spawn when somebody's playing the game. Okay, now I gotta frickin' wait. Yeah, because I don't think... The creaking spawns within 16 blocks horizontally and 8 blocks vertically of the creaking heart. The spawned creaking is linked to the creaking heart. A creaking can spawn on some blocks that prevent other mobs from spawning. Oh, items that can be placed that do not have collision boxes, buttons, glow lichen, levers, rails, redstone dust, pressure plates, torches, and its variants. Glass, ice, and scaffolding don't prevent creaking from spawning. Carpets do prevent. Okay. What's the hitbox of a creaking? Oops. Height 2.7 blocks. So they can spawn up here. Because this, I think, is... well, wait a second. That's 1 block, 2 blocks. Okay. That's 2.5. Oh, they can't spawn here. Okay, good. Okay, so we're gonna wait for nighttime, and then we'll probably, and then we'll end the stream. Oops. Okay, it's 9:06. So what can we do in the interim? No items I can really put away because I'll probably end up needing them. Thrazen, I hope your migraine does not last very long. Those things can be so bad. Did you see my new keyboard? I posted it in my Discord, but I wouldn't mind showing it off again if you wanted to see it. It's very clicky, and I like it. Okay. So, firstly, jump over here. This is the Logitech MX Mechanical. I love this thing so much. The D key is a little funky right now, so we'll have to dial that in and see what's going on there. It's a full size, so it's got the numpad, which I'm very happy about. It has what is it? I think it's Kailh, Kailh. I think they're called Chalk V2 low profile switches. And I'll turn off, hold on. I'm gonna turn off the noise cancellation on my microphone so you can hear the clicky clacky. So give me a moment. A moment. Okay, now it should be super noisy in my room, but ready? Ooh. I'm a big fan. Big fan. But yes, the Logitech MX Mechanical. It's actually a mechanical keyboard, favoring, Mac computers. Because for a long time, that the community, that's just not what was the focus for the mechanical keyboard community, is that a lot of people are on PCs. So the fact that there's a mechanical keyboard that is Mac focused, whew, I wasn't about to pass that up. So I'm really, really happy. Oh, we are still sitting at 1:25 p.m. here on the server. So it's going to take a minute before we can see if this actually works. But yeah, I'll probably put pistons underneath this. And when the game is not active, just pull those logs away. So that way the game doesn't spawn in creaking when nobody is on that floor. That being said, I don't think anybody's ever going to be close enough to that floor, minus myself. So, okay, so if they're at 91, 8 blocks away from that would be, so 90 is at the base of it, right? I need to do the looking at block. Okay, so this is at 90. So it would be 80, I think 83. So this is the closest a creaking could spawn. And I don't think there's any blocks within that 16 that is that tall. Because I think 16 ends right here, right? Let's head up. Oh, technically it could spawn on top of this friend. I don't think it will, but it can. Nothing's tall enough over here. Everything's lower. I legitimately think this is the perfect location for this. For them to only spawn inside. But we will know in, what is it? So it's 60 every, so it's 10 minutes. We'll know in about 2.5 minutes, give or take. And we'll see if they only spawn inside. Because those will go active at around 6:30. But I think they wait for a character to be, a player to be, close by. Double check. If a creaking, the creaking can also be spawned using its spawn egg or commands. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Because if I can get this functioning and happy, that's one mob section done. And we'll have all the mobs that we need in this little section. Luckily, because of this parkour area, even if they get that far, they can't actually travel anywhere. Like, they are trapped within this, like, wood section. There's no other place that they can go with it, which I think is pretty cool. I wish you could make packed mud with something other than wheat. I'm supposed to cut the grass today. I don't think I need to. It didn't really rain much, and it's been pretty cool, so the grass is at a decent length right now. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Couple more seconds here. Those should activate right around now. There they go. And then I gotta go up there. And they should spawn in the woods. Somewhere. I believe it's constantly checking. Because I don't think the Creaking Heart doesn't need line of sight because it can spawn them in even if the Creaking Heart is like buried in a block. Why isn't it spawning? Does it need a block level or a light level? Oh no, because it can spawn where a torch is. I really need this to work. I don't know why it's not. They're all activated. I don't think it needs to be in the room. That doesn't make any sense. Because they can be in a block. Like buried in a tree. And it still works. What am I doing wrong? There's not a mob cap issue. There's no way. Oh, what am I doing wrong? Like, I'm right next to them. Is it a light level issue? It couldn't be. It can't be light level 0. So if I go, so F4, F10, no, these weren't 0 when it spawned. Yeah. So it's not a light level issue, because that's 6, 7, and 8, and it spawned there, and these are much lower. Let's walk away and see if it spawns while we're over here. So it'll spawn when we're in range. it should be working. Yeah, let's try this. We know that 91 is the safe number in and around this area. So if I just add one into here, so placing the block, oh, no. So if I go right in the middle of here, it should spawn a creaking. $84. Oh, I forgot 16 in that direction too. 84 is... somewhere on this level. Hitboxes. Over here somewhere? Oh, why are you... Bro. Okay. I need to go 16 blocks in that direction too. So if this is wait, looking at 910, 926 is where it can spawn over here, which out of the range, great. And then it'd be, if it's 910, that means that 894. No, we should be fine. What is happening? Why isn't this working? Okay. Creaking spawn when an activated creaking heart is triggered at nighttime. To activate the heart, it must be placed between two pale oak blocks, pale oak logs, pale oak wood, stripped pale oak logs, or stripped pale oak wood, with the same orientation as the heart and along the same axis. For example, all three oriented on the y-axis stacked on top of each other. When these conditions are met and the creaking heart is within the overworld, a creaking spawns within 16 blocks horizontally and 8 blocks vertically of the creaking heart. The spawned creaking is linked to this creaking heart. The creaking heart does not deactivate even if its surrounding blocks are broken or moved via pistons when the creaking is out. Unlike most hostile mobs, a creaking can spawn on some blocks that prevent other mobs from spawning. Items that can be placed do not have a collision box. Buttons, glow lichen, levers, rails, redstone dust, pressure plates, torches, and its variants, and full blocks that are transparent, glass, ice, scaffolding that normally prevent mob spawns do not prevent creaking from spawning. However, blocks within a hitbox that is not a full block, such as carpets, do prevent creaking from spawning. So we use the right block type there. If a creaking link to a creaking heart is killed with a command during the night or moves more than 32 blocks away from its creaking heart, the creaking heart attempts to spawn a new creaking. The creaking can also be spawned using its spawn egg or commands. Yeah, you got me. This doesn't make any sense. And it's morning again. Ugh. There's perfect spawning area right inside, and it won't do it. Yeah, 91 is perfect because 91 all the way up to 98 or 99 is where it can spawn, and it won't only down to 83, which, like, I'm on 81 technically. Yeah, because 82, since these aren't full blocks. Yeah. There's almost nothing at 83. I think the only thing that might be is the top of this. And nothing can spawn over there. Yeah, it's legitimately in the perfect location, but why is it not spawning creaking? This is a issue for another day, I think. We're gonna work on that, maybe off camera, and do some other things. But yeah, that is so confusing. I don't get it. But yeah, we made some great progress getting that basement thing done. I'm excited to add in the side quest system. Maybe that'll be next Sunday. But if I'm feeling ambitious, I might just do it off camera. But we will be back tomorrow for our workout stream. We are almost done with August, my friends. Holy crap. Classes start tomorrow, so work is going to pick up. But again, I'm going to try to keep up with it with the workouts. And yeah, we're in a good place. At least I feel it. I hope you feel it too. And if you're not in a good place, just keep going. Just keep going. Lean on your support staff when you need to. Whether it's friends, family, or a complete stranger can sometimes help, as long as it's not stranger danger. But until then, my friends, I do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Thrazen, for stopping by and chatting. I hope your migraine is resolved as quickly as possible. Beakster, I didn't know you were here. Thank you for the heart. I appreciate it. Also, Beaky and Thrazen, we should chat about fire time. I would love a fire time with you guys, and you can meet the kittens. But we'll talk about that off camera. I do appreciate you both. I appreciate everyone, even if you were out there just lurking. Thank you so much for being here. Design and Conquer, my friends. I will see you at the next one. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and even better start to your week. Bye!